Mubashar Ahmed CV6 ARF Islamic Hadith channel.
Sahih Al-Bukhari 2091 narrated Khabbab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. I was a blacksmith in the pre-Islamic period, and Asi bin Wale owed me some money, so I went to him to demand it. He said to me, I will not pay you unless you disbelieve Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I said, I will not disbelieve till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kills you, and then you get resurrected. He said, leave me till I die and get resurrected, then I will be given wealth and children, and I will pay you your debt. On that occasion it was revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, have you seen him who disbelieved in our sign and says, surely I will be given wealth and children? Has he known the unseen, or has he taken a covenant from the beneficent? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 98.77 to 78. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2092 narrated Ishaq bin Abdullah bin Abu Talha radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. I heard Anas bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu saying, a tailor invited Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam to a meal which he had prepared. Anas bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said, I accompanied Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam to that meal. He served the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam with bread and soup made with gourd and dried meat. I saw the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam taking a pieces of gourd from the dish. Anas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu added, since that day I have continued to like gourd. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2093 narrated Abu Hazim radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. I heard Sahal bin Sa'd radiyallahu ta'ala anhu saying, a woman brought a burda, i.e. a square piece of cloth having edging. I asked, do you know what a burda is? They replied in the affirmative and said, it is a cloth sheet with woven margins. Sahal went on, she addressed the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, I have woven it with my hands for you to wear. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam took it as he was in need of it and came to us wearing it as a waist sheet. One of us said, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, give it to me to wear. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed to give it to him. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sat with the people for a while and then returned home, wrapped that waist sheet and sent it to him. The people said to that man, you have not done well by asking him for it, when you know that he never turns down anybody request. The man replied, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I have not asked him for it except to use it as my shroud when I die. Sahal added, later that sheet was his shroud. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2094 narrated Abu Hazim radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Some men came to Sahil bin Sa'd radiyallahu ta'ala anhu to ask him about the pulpit. He replied, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam sent for a woman Sahal, named her this message, order your slave carpenter to make pieces of wood, i.e. a pulpit for me, so that I may sit on it while addressing the people. So she ordered him to make it from the tamarisk of the forest. He brought it to her and she sent it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered it to be placed in the mosque, so it was put and he sat on it. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2095, narrated Jabir bin Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. An Ansari woman said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, shall I make something for you to sit on, as I have a slave who is a carpenter? He replied, if you wish. So she got a pulpit made for him. When it was Friday, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sat on that pulpit. The date palm stream near which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to deliver his sermons cried so much so that it was about to burst. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came down from the pulpit to the stream and embarrassed it and started groaning like a child being persuaded to stop crying, and then it stopped crying. The Prophet ﷺ said, it has cried because of missing what is used to hear of the religion's knowledge. Like and subscribe my channel for more hadith videos. Allah bless you. Allah Hafiz.